Well, I did it. I got the new board for the Envy. But as you can see, there's a GPU here, and I did pay slightly extra for it, but this board is known working, so. And I did see, if I pick it up a little bit, that the Wi-Fi card is dated December 24th, 2013, which is my birthday of 2013, which is very interesting. But, yeah. So, I already put the RAM in, the 2 Samsung sticks. I'm going to replace this Wi-Fi card if I can. Let's try that. Okay, no. Let's just try this. So, this Wi-Fi card is a Intel AC 3160, and the Wi-Fi card I have is a AC 7260, which, if I can get the best Wi-Fi, I might as well. Okay. And then just screw it down. Okay. And I will repaste the CPU and GPU because, I mean, it's literally 10-year-old thermal paste. And I don't want my Envy screaming because of how old the paste is. So I'll repaste that. Okay, now let's reveal the paste. Was this No, this doesn't look like it was repasted. This looks like the original paste, which is... and it's dryish. But yeah, that's the original paste, so I will repaste it. I did try my best, as you can see, for the GPU. It is crusty on the sides, but I tried to clean it as best as I could. And then the CPU looks pretty decent, so I'm going to put the heatsink back on and then put this motherboard in the Envy. Okay, I got the heatsink back on, and I did clean it a little bit, but yeah, there. Now, let's put the motherboard in the Envy. Okay, so as you can see, there is no motherboard in here, because obviously the other one's dead, and I was waiting, this is the next day, I was waiting for the new power button, because the power button cable was sort of messed up, and I wonder if that's what killed the old board. So I have a new one, and obviously, like right here, if I take my phone off this, if you look right here, that's white because the post broke off and I tried to super glue it. It works now, but it sort of left that a little dirty. Can't do anything about it, but oh well. The speaker still works. So yeah, I will put the motherboard in and then we'll go from there. I was thinking about plugging in all the cables or recording as I'm plugging in the cables, but that'll take a while, so I will be back once it's done. Okay, so I mostly have it all the way together, but I discovered something. The power connector for the motherboard is 10 pins, where the one on here is 8 pins. So thankfully, I do have a replacement battery, but I ordered a new power jack thing on Amazon. It'll get here tomorrow, so I will still test this, but yeah. There, I took the power jack out, so there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna say my bad, I was not seeing that coming, but considering that this board is supposed to be 120 watts where the other one was 90, though I did some conversion, and if I play my cards right, as long as when I get the new cable, as long as I'm not charging the battery at the same time as using this or using the GPU, it should be fine. But this, I can plug it in two ways, either closer here or more here. I don't want to do that and risk breaking it. So I'm just gonna use the battery when I get all this together, but I'm not gonna, I'll only use the laptop for like maybe an hour or less installing the GPU drivers and stuff, but that's about it, so yeah. Okay, let's hope this won't break anything. The battery should be perfectly fine. I just hope nothing happens. Let's see. DankPod says, let's arm the Nugget. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Okay, power's on. Oh, ooh. It's doing something. Ow. So it does work. Okay. I'll just let it do its stuff. Ooh, it's working. Oh, now it's doing high. This is on 8.1 because I have a dual boot of 11 and 8.1. But I also have not checked the BIOS settings at all. So now it's doing that. I will need a... Oh. Okay. Of course, it reset the background. How much battery do I have? That's enough to use this computer a tiny bit. I just can't do intensive stuff or else the battery will be dead very quickly. Okay, I just set up the BIOS settings, so now the fan should not... Yeah, it shouldn't constantly be on. Yeah, skip. 8.1. I will install the NVIDIA drivers for this. But I'm glad that this works now. And the thing I noticed is... Oh, wait. Oh, are they back? Because the trackpad... So what I was going to say was something about the trackpad, because it was being unresponsive, and I don't think at the time it wasn't, there was no drivers working for that. So as you can see, there is the GPU. I did just download the driver, so right here. Turn that up. Cause see, look, back there's the backward keyboard. So it looks like everything is working. I just need to install the driver. Also, MS Info 32. It's on a 2014 BIOS, which I don't know if it's the latest or not. But, oh yeah, this will be different. It's showing the GPU. me zoom that in. How about no GeForce experience? Because I heard that's crap. Wait, no, what was that? Hold on, I'll be back. Oh, I just saw the screen flash, and I'm not sure if, I mean, it shows right there, GT740M. Okay, and it has finished. Oop. Need to fix the legs on this tripod. Okay. Now it should show up. Yep, there it is, GT740M. So, also you might have noticed, if you can see this, there is a scratch on the display itself, not the glass. But that was because I wanted to get a better display, and this is a 1080p IPS, not 1080p TN, ew. But anyway, this, the fingerprint sensor is disabled because it was acting a little weird. So I'll just boot up in 11 and then do the same thing. So it's the same process, so I'll BRB. Okay, so I was doing all that. I found something out. Pretty sure this battery was at like 80%. Like 84%. So doing this really is draining the battery. But as long as I can get all the drivers installed and all that, I should be good. And you can see the temps aren't even that bad, but the fan, pretty loud. So, come on, NVIDIA. Okay. Agree. Wait, no, go back. NVIDIA drivers only. Okay. And then what was this? Oh, it has physics. Okay, so just do that. And then we should see in Task Manager, as it's doing that, we should see the new GPU come up. We should see the new GPU come up soon. Let me move this a tiny bit. There. Well, this GPU doesn't even support ray tracing, but I guess it's just the pictures. Let me turn up the audio. Come on. Oh, it's installing now. Come on. It's being very heavy on the SSD. And you can see this is a Samsung SSD, so ooh. That's ready to install. Oh, what? It's already there. I just noticed that. And it's on old 2019 drivers, but that's the latest drivers. The screen didn't even flash. NVIDIA. Oh, I typed that wrong. NVIDIA. Maybe it's using the old one. Yep. Let's look at this. Let's look at this 2005 control panel. Yep. It still hasn't changed. But yeah. So let's. Oh. Okay. So now that that's done, I will do a little bit more, test the GPU and all that. So, okay, today is the next day, and I got the cable. So let me put it in, and then I'll put the NV together, then plug it in, and then charge the battery. Okay, so as you can see, I got the cable in, but it is like looped because I couldn't do it 100%. But now all I need to do is line it up, and then I'll screw everything in. Okay, so everything is connected. Now you can see with the SATA cable, it is routed under plastic. I did that just to make it look official, because if you don't do it, then you can be like, someone's been in here, or at least remove the cable. But yeah, so there. So I'll put the back on, and then put the battery in, and then plug it in. Okay, let's plug it in. Okay, we got power. Let me turn that off. And now it says it's charging. So now, let's turn it on. Why is just power cycle? Well, I guess the last time it turned on was when the battery died. What? I'm just gonna shut it off. Okay, I just took the battery out. Let me see what happens when I do that and then power it on. Why is it not booting up? Okay, the fan came on again. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna try something. I wonder if the display isn't working. Because pressing the BIOS, if it beeps at me, that will mean that the screen's just not working. What is wrong with this? You know, I wonder if it just doesn't like the charger. Like, it wants a, like, 120 watt. Okay, so the NV is working now. That was really weird. The power jack was a little loose connected to the motherboard. And I wonder if that's why. I don't know why, but right now, I can get this correct. I was thinking about doing a GPU test, but as you can see, the battery is still charging. So that's gonna be a absolute no until I get the battery fully charged. Though I technically can max out the GPU, but not the CPU, just like to test it thermally and stuff. but if I were to do a full stress test, either the CPU will be limited because the battery's still charging, or something else. But technically this is not you're not supposed to have a 90-watt charger with a laptop with a CPU and GPU plus charging the battery. But if the battery is fully charged or taken out, then I'm pretty sure you could technically hit the CPU with a full load and the GPU, and it should be fine. Though I technically would recommend having a working battery because, you know, let's say it draws over. From my understanding, with a laptop, if the charger can't supply enough power, then it will use the battery. But I know desktop power supplies can go over what they're rated, but I'm not sure about laptop power supply. I'm sure that a laptop power supply can go over maybe like 5-6 watts or whatever. So I mean, as long as the battery's not charging as I'm, let's say, quote unquote gaming, even though I would use my main laptop since it's 11th gen with Iris Xe, which smashes this hardware. But I just wanted to fix my Envy because this will replace my K53E, which is 2nd gen. It's just 2nd gen's too old and slow, which this is a decent upgrade over that. And because if you look, the screen doesn't look like crap because it's a, like I said, 1080p IPS. But yeah, so the battery's charging and all that. But now that I'm not time limited, you can see the GPU. You can see the dedicated GPU, the integrated GPU, and the CPU. And weirdly enough, okay, why is that being stupid? The RAM is Samsung, my SSD is Samsung, and the VRAM for this GPU, if I go GPU Z, you can see it's Samsung RAM. So I have Samsung VRAM, Samsung RAM, and a Samsung SSD. What a coincidence. But yeah. So I am kind of considering overclocking the GPU a little bit just to, you know, see what performance I can squeeze out of it. So I'm gonna overclock it a little bit just to see the performance. And I would like to have a newer driver, but that's the latest GPU driver. And if I go here, the latest driver for this is from 2020. And technically, you could say this laptop is now 5th gen, because 5th gen is 4th gen, just die shrunk. And this GPU supports Vulkan, but not DX12 feature level 12. If I recall, 5th gen for the GPU supports feature level 12. I'm not entirely sure. But this GPU supports Vulkan, where this one doesn't. And with 5th gen, its iGPU does support Vulkan. So technically, now that I have a DGPU, I could game on it a little bit better than the iGPU, but I mean, this laptop, the hardware is okay. I mean, it's essentially a worse i5-8250U, but I mean, for basic usage, this should be okay, though the iGPU, and I don't even think the DGPU supports VP8 or VP9, which, using VP9, will significantly lower your power usage. And if I go here, when you have VP9 or HEVC, your media encoder will start to kick in. And I tested it on 5th gen, or not 5th gen, I tested it on 2nd gen, and the CPU draws 28 watts because watching YouTube doesn't hit the media engine for some reason. It's some weird thing with Google. Only Intel 6th Gen Plus will use the media engine. It's weird, but yeah. So I think that will do it for this video, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.